Yeah, Kobe Bean.
Good. We settled? You ready?
Yep.
We are back.
Yes.
Bike.
What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the 24 Karat Black YouTube channel.
Season 2.
Season 2. It's your boy Abe.
KL.
Yeah, we are excited to be back. I know it's been a minute, but we've been grinding. We done been doing a lot of stuff, man. We met up in New Orleans. Yeah, we're with some footage. We're gonna show y'all the footage.
Yeah, we have been in the lab. We have.
Yeah, we've been in the lab. We've been dealing with manufacturers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big things.
Cross seas. Yeah, we got some big things coming for you guys. A lot of big things coming for you guys. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for all our supporters, all of our loyal supporters who've been rocking with us and continue to rock with us. So, yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, though, this is a very, very, very sad time, in black culture and the sports in general. But, all over the world, really. With the recent passing of Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bean.
Unexpected.
And it's unfortunate too. We have to start off season 2 with such a somber note.
Yeah.
We both grew up idolizing Jordan.
Yeah, idolizing Jordan, but when Kobe came in the league, you couldn't deny it. And of course, Jordan was at the time the epitome of greatness, and he was the mark to reach for. But Kobe came in, and this kid, and
Kobe driving, but he'll try to use the teacher's move on him. Jordan shuts him down. Then Jordan comes down and says, "Let me show you this one." Bam. Okay, now let me see if you can get this. Okay, the back cut. Did you catch?
Yeah, I feel like as young black kids, we don't have too many heroes already or people that really inspire us. But Kobe quickly became one of those people. We were dribbling back. We played basketball all the time, and that's who you would start emulating.
Right.
But it's unfortunate, and it really, really shook up my whole family. Even my kids. My kids don't even know who Kobe is like that. But they, my youngest daughter. You called me. My youngest daughter came out of the room. It was just, and she was emotional. Everybody just stopped.
I think that shows the impact of social media too, though, because you kind of felt like you knew him.
Yeah.
Jordan, though. If something was to happen to him, his impact I think it would be the same.
Right.
But I think more so the youth of today know Jordan of clothing, sneakers, the Jordan brand, not necessarily Jordan. And even then, Jordan was a private person.
Right.
So who's to say that if social media existed during that time, that he would even been on it?
Right.
Kobe was just like an active person. He was active in the community.
He was doing big things.
And he played with one of the biggest brands in basketball. So it's like even if you're a quiet, steady yourself type person, you play for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Big personality at times. The killer instinct.
I never seen anything like his. His killer instinct was second to none. I mean, Michael Jordan had it too, but what I'm saying is Kobe was I don't know, man. He had that factor. Michael. He drew me in. I would sit down and just watch I don't care who was playing. I knew if Michael was playing, it was going to be something spectacular. Kobe had that same effect. It was I don't care who was playing, who Lakers was playing, I knew that I was going to get a show from Kobe.
Yeah, he didn't take games off.
Right, he didn't take games off. And
he didn't allow his teammates to take games off either. He got criticized for it early.
Yeah.
Like most people do.
Yeah.
And then revered for it later because everybody wanted him to have that same type of mindset.
Right.
The thing that I liked most about him was his post-career.
Yeah.
It looked as if he accepted his role. He had put in 20 years with the Lakers. He was done. And he was moving on to the next chapter. He was, you seen him more doing, out in the community with his family, especially his daughter.
Yeah.
And to see that side of him was the harder part, especially for, guys like us, because we have daughters. And I just kept thinking, damn, you're going down and you know it. You know what I mean? It ain't like they were struck in the air from something. Like they were literally plummeting to their death and they knew it.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing that just
There's knowing him. I seen a clip where he was saying he was okay with death, and he was, wasn't something that bothered him in terms of like, it's inevitable.
he actually said he wanted to die young.
Yeah,
he said that.
I remember.
But,
I remember someone said that too. So I mean, it's little things we reach for to try to find a little bit of comfort. Because again, this was a childhood hero of ours, and it means a lot. With the mark that they leave on us, when we're coming up and things like that. But just for the way that it impacted me and my family and everybody, just seeing it on social media, just shows the true individual that Kobe was. And people always say stuff like, people don't get their flowers. I don't really subscribe to that. I think people get their flowers. I think that when they pass, people just giving it to them all at once, so it's just more broadcasted. Because Kobe got his flowers.
Yeah.
Kobe got his flowers.
Yeah, he did.
He did, but it was
It
good
just
to
brings
see.
stuff into proper perspective, though.
Yeah.
Death is what unites people.
Right. Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's really what it boils down to. You take life for granted.
Yeah.
Now, nobody thought Kobe.
No.
Even we all died at some point in
Yeah.
time, and you don't think that he's gonna succumb to death through a helicopter crash, which is his main way of commuting.
He did that 1,000 times already.
To practice, to games, and pretty much his whole career, and to go out like that was.
It was almost. I mean, it's sad. So don't get it confused. But it just the whole morning of before the crash and the things that he was doing. Like I heard he was in Philly first.
Right.
And then he flew out immediately so he could make his daughter's game. And then he got on, so it was things that he was doing to try to get home to be a father, irregardless of the stuff that he had on that spoke. And that just kind of, that story behind it, it's almost poetic in a sense, but not in a, it's not good that he passed away, but just, if I ever go out, I want to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? Something that somebody can look back and say, you know what, he was doing something, that was very admirable and that, was going to leave an impression on people forever, and it's just, he was trying to be a family. He was trying to show his daughter how much her game meant to him.
Right. The thing is, though, I would, challenge us all to keep that same type of energy.
I agree.
Because just like with anything, when someone is murdered, they shot in the streets, we get irate, and you in that moment you feel like change is going to come because you have so many people speaking out on it.
Yep.
And then eventually a couple of days pass, and then we all go back to just doing what we normally do. Then you have Kobe's death, right? And then you have people wanting to hold their loved ones closer, and people mourning about Kobe who's never even met him, never even been within 100-mile radius of him, was affected by his death. And then a couple of days later,
it was on to the next
as the
story.
Talks of Kobe start to decease, and no pun intended, and people are getting back to their normal day-to-day, you don't see the post of like, I'm a girl dad.
Right, you don't see that.
Like, continue to do it.
Continue to do it.
Those are great positive images too, by the way, of just seeing black men holding their daughters, holding their kids. Because prior to that, you didn't see it. I mean, it was a hashtag that was created, came out of nowhere, and it was positive imagery showing that there's plenty of black men out there that's in their children's lives, and they care just as much about their kids as Kobe cared about his. And so I would just challenge us all to keep that same energy.
I agree. Indy R.I.P said it really good in a post. Indy R.I.P, she follows us on IG, so if you see this, say, but what you said really, really, really struck a chord with me. She grew up, she knew Kobe distant family, type stuff, which I didn't know. Her younger brother, I think they were childhood friends. So her younger brother was childhood friends with Kobe, but it hit her really hard. Like everybody, but she was really immobilized by the whole thing, and very, just really hurt. But one of the things that she said was, the one thing that we can take from this whole tragedy is to live and carry, and to, and that says a lot because he stood up for some stuff while he was alive. Like he actually, the Mamba mentality, all of that stuff was like energy that he was putting out into the universe. So what we can do is take that energy and just continue the legacy. That would be the one thing that I would see that would make him proud. Right. So if anything, just carry on the Mamba mentality. It could be intimidating seeing how strict he was, but we can, if you want to honor Kobe, grab like by the horns, man. Yeah. Just Mamba mentality.
It doesn't really matter about how intimidated it is. People now are going to remember Kobe by the results.
Yes.
One thing that you've seen in plenty of photos, plenty of videos is he had a broken hand or thumb one time. And couldn't shoot, couldn't practice, but was still in the gym, and he actually was shooting with his left hand. That's how he got even better shooting with his left. People don't know Kobe spoke multiple languages. Yeah. I think he was trilingual. Yeah. And was working on like Mandarin or something like that. He pushed himself. He didn't need motivation from the outside world.
And for the hip hop heads, I found out when he first got, he came from France.
Right. His dad was a professional basketball player.
Yeah. But when he first got to the States, he wanted to rap. He was rapping with Nas and Foxy Brown and was it Steve Stout? I think it was Steve Stout. I could be wrong, but he linked up with him and he was trying to get a deal with his, he was in the music, he was in the hip hop, and he had lyrics. It's something floating around. If I can find it, maybe.
I didn't really like his.
You didn't?
No.
He had some flow. He had some flow. The one clip I heard, he had some flow.
With the mic in hand, I'm immortal to you, mans. My diaphragm allows me to kill a whole clan. Verse for verse, you'll get your verse reverse. Battle rhyme since fair in midair and change course. I've been held captive for scientific attractions. Nuclear rays made my brain radioactive. Knock the world off its axis. Redesign the atlas. Reconstruct the globe with Cheesaw geographics. Rhythmical mathematics calculated you the average.
But yeah, he was multi-talented to say the least. He was a person that worked hard to excel in everything he did. Yeah. And I think if there's one thing that we can pull from that is that, you don't give up in whatever you're trying to do. You go all out to do it, irregardless. So, Kobe was the man. And he will be missed. Rest in peace to everybody. Rest in peace to Gianna. Rest in peace to all the lives, all the families, everybody that was affected. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. We're sending our strength. We're still dealing with it real time. Right. So it's just horrible. When your heroes die. When your heroes die,
especially young,
it hurts because he has so much life to live, and we'll never know, of course, what he had next. But we can still carry that energy. So it still bothers me. It still bothers me. I try not to think about it as much, so.
But that's our first episode of season 2 of our YouTube channel. Again, hate to start off on such a sad, somber note, but we think it was necessary. Our season started obviously after his death, but we just thought that it was right that we pay homage, tribute to a guy who we felt like shaped us in some ways, competitive edge and just his attitude about life. I think you and I share that. So it's only right that we start off with shouting Kobe out. Prayers to his family, to Vanessa, because God knows what she's going through right now. But anyway,
man. Stay strong. Mama mentality. Keep going, keep growing. Man, we'll get through this together. All the sports fans out there, all the Lakers fans, Laker Nation, we'll get through it. And, man, we'll be all right.
All right. We out.
We out. Peace.
Most people get comfortable. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves, and they end up becoming very cynical about life, and they throw in the towel on themselves, on their families, and on their dreams. And the other thing is that most people